Hello friends, welcome to Prashant IAS. So friends, in the last class we have discussed completely about the topic of latitudes. And in this class we will start our discussion with a fresh topic. So the topic of today's class is longitudes. Okay, so in this class we will begin our discussion with the topic of longitudes. So let's begin. So friends, in the last class I have given you a basic introduction about longitudes. Means what is the basic meaning of longitudes. So first of all, let us revise that what is the basic meaning of longitudes. So longitudes basically means the vertical lines which are drawn on the surface of earth. Okay, so what is longitudes? Longitudes means vertical imaginary lines which are drawn on the surface of earth. For example friends, let's suppose that this is diagram number 1 and this is diagram number 2. So kindly focus on diagram number 2. So you can see that I am highlighting these vertical lines in red color. Okay, so kindly see the diagram number 2. I am highlighting the vertical lines in red color. So all these vertical lines, okay, all these vertical lines are drawn on the surface of earth. So you can see in the diagram that they are drawn on the earth's surface. Okay, and definitely these lines are imaginary. Imaginary means these lines do not exist in reality. These lines do not exist in practical world. We have just imagined these lines, and I have told you that why we have imagined these lines, because we wanted to tell our location to other persons. For example, if you want to tell your location, that where are you standing, if you want to tell your location to your friend, if your friend wants to come to you, if your friend wants to visit you, then how would you tell your location to your friend? Then you will tell your latitude and longitude of your place. And by knowing the longitude and latitude of your place, your friend will definitely find your location and then he will come to you. So in the previous classes, we have completely discussed about latitudes, and now we have to discuss the concept of longitudes. So what is longitude? So longitude means vertical imaginary lines which can be drawn on the surface of earth. So this is just a basic introduction. In this class, we will discuss about the topic of longitudes in a very detailed manner. So friends, now let us start. Friends, before studying the topic of longitudes in detail, first of all we need to have a reference longitude. Okay, means first of all we need a reference longitude. Now what is the meaning of reference longitude? So remember, in the class of latitudes, I have told you about one latitude which is known as equator. Okay, so see on the diagram number 2, I am highlighting the equator. So this red color line, okay, this is 0 degree latitude, and what we called it? We called it as equator. Okay, so equator was the reference latitude. Reference latitude means we measured all other latitudes with the reference by taking the reference of equator. Okay, for example, let's suppose that I have told you that let's suppose this is 30 degree. Let's suppose this, let's say this is 20 degree north latitude. Okay, so if this is 20 degree north latitude, then we will actually measure this 20 degree north latitude with the reference of equator. Okay, so equator was the reference latitude, means it was the latitude by keeping the reference of which we measure other latitudes. Okay, similarly here also we need one reference longitude. We need one reference longitude or a standard longitude. Okay, so we can, by keeping the reference, okay, by keeping the reference of that longitude, we can measure other longitudes. Now friends, I have told you that what is the definition of equator. So I told you equator is the largest possible horizontal circle drawn on the surface of earth. Okay, equator is the largest possible horizontal circle which can be drawn on the surface of earth, keeping the axis of rotation of earth vertical. But friends, okay, but this was possible, friends, if there is any spherical body. Okay, let's suppose you can do this practical by taking your ball. Okay, for example, if you are having football or cricket ball or basketball in your home, then you can do this experiment. Okay, so for understanding this concept, you can do this experiment that when you will draw horizontal circles when you will draw horizontal circles on that spherical body, then what you will observe, that the middlemost circle, okay, the circle which is drawn in the middle, this circle will be the largest. And if you will go in upper direction or the lower direction, then the size of circles will reduce. Okay, so remember I told you this concept in the class of latitudes, that what happens, that latitude equator is the largest latitude. Okay, and if you will move towards north pole or south pole, means if you will move away from equator, then the size of the latitudes will decrease. But friends, okay, so this is one experiment which we have to do in your home. Now there is one more experiment. What you have to do, you have to take any spherical body. Okay, so spherical body means you can take any football or cricket ball, okay, any ball. Okay, so when you will draw the vertical lines, okay, so let's suppose this is pole number 1 and this is pole number 2. For example, our earth is also having two poles, north pole and south pole. So let's suppose this is pole number 1 of your ball and this is pole number 2 of your ball. Okay, so if you will start drawing the horizontal lines by connecting these two poles, okay, for example, you have drawn this line, then 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 you have drawn this line. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to take a ball, okay, then you have to mark two poles on that ball. Let's suppose this is pole number 1 and let's suppose this is pole number 2. Okay, you have to do this experiment in your home, then only you will understand this concept more clearly. Okay, then what will you do, then you have to connect these two poles vertically. So this is first line, this is second line, this is third line. Okay, this is a two-dimensional shape, means actually I am teaching you on your mobile screen. So your mobile screen is two-dimensional. So I think that many of the students are able to understand this because the imaginary power of some of the students is very good. But the students whose imaginary power is not that good, they can do this activity in their home, and after performing this activity they will definitely understand that what I mean to say. Okay, so you have to draw vertical lines by connecting both these poles. Okay, so what you will observe, you will observe that the length of all these vertical lines, is equal. Okay, so this is an activity that you have to take a ball, you have to mark two poles, then you have to draw the vertical lines by connecting these two poles. So what you will observe, that the size of all these lines is equal. Okay, so friends, what is the problem here? First of all, we have to identify the problem. The problem is that when we were discussing latitudes, then we have one latitude whose size was largest. Okay, so we had one latitude whose size was largest, and that latitude was equator. Okay, so we said that this largest latitude is our reference latitude, because we need at least something to declare something as reference. Okay, we need at least something, at least some point, at least something to declare something as reference. Okay, so in equator, what was the case? Equator was the largest latitude. All other latitudes on the earth are lesser than equator. The size of all other latitudes on earth is less than equator. Equator is the largest latitude. So we declared that equator is our reference latitude. But in the case of longitudes, the problem is that the length of all the longitudes is equal. So the question becomes that which latitude should be treated as the reference latitude. Okay, what is the problem? The problem becomes that which latitude should be treated at reference latitudes, because all the latitudes are alike, all the latitudes are similar. Okay, they are like twin brothers. Okay, they are similar to each other, they are alike, their size is same, they are like twin brothers. So the problem is that when all the longitudes are same, when the size of all the longitudes is equal. Okay, so remember this thing, that all the latitudes are different. Okay, the size of all the latitudes is different. Equator is the largest latitude, and when you will move from equator to either pole, then the size of latitudes will decrease. So size of all the latitudes is different, but with longitude the problem is that the size of all the longitudes is same, the size of all the longitudes is equal. So now the question is that which longitude should be treated as the reference longitude. So friends, when there was no different longitude, when all the longitudes were same and we have to identify one longitude as the reference longitude. So now we have one problem, okay, and we have one problem that which longitude should be treated as the reference longitude. But the another thing is, or the another side of the coin is, that we can declare any longitude as the reference longitude for our convenience, because definitely there are no such lines drawn on the surface of earth. These are imaginary lines which we imagine for our convenience, which we imagine for locating the places. Okay, so the problem is that which longitude should be treated as reference longitude, but the solution is that we can treat any longitude as the reference longitude. So what happened, friends? This longitude, okay, now see this diagram, this longitude which I am highlighting in diagram number 1 in red color, this longitude was declared as the reference longitude. Okay, so this longitude was declared as the reference longitude, and the name of this longitude is prime meridian. Okay, so what is the name of this longitude? The name of this longitude is prime meridian, and this longitude was declared as the reference longitude. Okay, so as the value of our reference latitude means equator was 0 degree, so the value of reference longitude means the prime meridian is also 0 degree. Okay, so what happened, that prime meridian was declared. Okay, so what happened, that we declared this longitude which I have highlighted in red color in diagram number 1 as the reference longitude, and this longitude is called as prime meridian, and its measurement is 0 degree. Okay, now friends, how can we identify prime meridian on the surface of earth? Okay, so I have just shown you a diagram, this diagram, and I have just told you that this meridian is prime meridian. But how would you identify prime meridian on the surface of earth? How would you say that this is 0 degree longitude? So the answer to this question is that prime meridian actually passes through British Royal Astronomical Observatory. Okay, so prime meridian is the meridian which passes through British Royal Astronomical Observatory. Okay, so this is a astronomical observatory. Astronomical observatory means which the observatory or a type of lab which is used for observing the astronomical things, which is used for observing the space, the planets, okay, galaxies. Okay, so it is a astronomical observatory. So what happens, that the longitude which passes through British Royal Astronomical Observatory, this longitude is declared as the reference longitude, and this longitude is known as prime meridian. So now you can ask me question that, sir, why only this longitude was declared as the reference longitude? Okay, why the longitude which passes through British Royal Observatory is declared as the reference longitude? So the answer to this question can be given in many ways. Okay, for example, you can say that there was a very good contribution of British Royal Astronomical Observatory in the field of astronomy, okay, in the field of geography. So this was an honor to British Royal Astronomical Observatory, that the longitude which passes through that observatory, that longitude was declared as the reference longitude. Now there can be other answers to these questions also. For example, you can say that at that point of time Britishers were very, very powerful. Britain was the very powerful, or we can even say the most powerful country of the world. Okay, so definitely as Britain was powerful, so what happened, that the longitude which passed through the Britain, that longitudes were declared as the standard longitude. Okay, so this was due to two reasons. The first reason was due to the power of Britain, and the second reason was due to the honor to British Royal Astronomical Observatory, because it has contributed many things in the field of astronomy and geography. Okay, now friends, this British Royal Astronomical Observatory is actually located in Greenwich. Okay, so it is located in Greenwich, and this Greenwich is located in London. Okay, so this is the complete location that the British Royal Observatory is situated in the town of Greenwich. Okay, so you can imagine that let's suppose that you can imagine like that British Royal Observatory is a kind of building. Okay, so you can imagine like that British Royal Observatory is a kind of building, and this building is located in the town of Greenwich. Okay, and this Greenwich is itself located in the London. Okay, and where London is located, so definitely you can say London is located in United Kingdom. Okay, so this is the complete address that British Royal Astronomical Observatory is located in Greenwich, and this Greenwich is located in London. Okay, so the longitude which passes through the British Royal Observatory located in Greenwich, London, that longitude is declared as the reference longitude, and this longitude is known as prime meridian. So friends, here on the screen you can see the diagram. Okay, you can see actually this is the picture of prime meridian. Okay, so see, prime meridian actually passes through this place. Okay, so prime meridian is the longitude or the meridian which actually passes through this place. Okay, so this is the gate of British Royal Observatory which is located in Greenwich, London. Okay, and the prime meridian, okay, you can see this. So prime meridian is the meridian or longitude which actually passes through this place. You can notice this place. Okay, so it passes through this place. So prime meridian or the 0 degree longitude, it passes through this place. And what is this place? This is British Royal Observatory which is located in Greenwich, London. Okay, so what happened that there all the longitudes were similar, all the longitudes were identical, all were same in size. So what was the problem? That we faced the problem that which longitude should be declared as reference longitude. So what happened that there was a lot of contribution of British Royal Astronomical Observatory in the field of geography and astronomy. So in honor to that place, it was a honor to the British Royal Observatory that the meridian, the longitude which is passing through the British Royal Observatory, that longitude was declared as the reference longitude. And what it is called? It is called as prime meridian. Okay, and what is its measure? Its measure is 0 degree. Okay, so it is known as prime meridian and its measurement is 0 degree. So now friends, I think that you all must be very clear with the concept of prime meridian. So now let's move further. So friends, now the next question is that how to measure longitudes. So remember, I have taught you in the class of latitudes that how to measure latitudes, how to measure the value or magnitude of latitudes. So in the similar way, now we have to discuss about a very important question, and the question is that how to measure longitudes, how to measure the magnitude or the value of different longitudes. So now friends, we will discuss about the question that how to measure longitudes. Now friends, before dealing with this question, I have to tell you about one very important question, one very important concept which is known as plane of prime meridian. So what is this plane of prime meridian? So remember friends, I have taught you about one concept known as equatorial plane. Okay, so remember in the class of latitudes, I have taught you about one concept known as equatorial plane. So what is equatorial plane? So first of all, what is plane? So plane is any two-dimensional object. Okay, so for example, this is a plane. Okay, so plane means any two-dimensional object. For example, this rectangle is having length and this rectangle is also having breadth. So means this rectangle is having two dimensions. So basically what happens that there are total 3 dimensions in our world. Okay, so currently we only know 3 dimensions and there are so many discoveries in the science. So I will not take these discoveries into account which tells us about the higher dimensions, but in our practical world there are only 3 dimensions. Okay, so there are only 3 dimensions. So 3 dimensions, which are these 3 dimensions? So the first dimension is known as length. Okay, for example, if I have drawn here a rectangle, okay, so you can see here, if I have drawn here a rectangle, so you can see that this rectangle is having length. Okay, for example, if I have drawn here a line, so this line is also having some length. Okay, this line segment is also having some length. Okay, so all these objects are having length, means this line is a one dimensional means because it is having only one dimension. This line segment is also one dimensional because this line segment is also having one dimension, this is length. Okay, now two dimensional objects means, now what is the second dimension? So breadth is the second dimension. For example, you can see this rectangle, so this rectangle is also having length and this is also having breadth. Okay, so the objects which are having two dimensions are known as two dimensional objects. Okay, for example, rectangle is a two dimensional object, it is having length, it is having breadth. Similarly, your mobile screen of your mobile phone is a two dimensional object. The floor on which you are sitting, okay, on which your table is placed, that floor is also two dimensional. Okay, so two dimensional means the thing which is having two dimensions, length and breadth. Okay, and then what is 3D or three dimensional? So three dimensional are the objects which are having length, breadth and height. For example, the room in which you are sitting, so you can see your room is also having length, your room is having breadth and your room is also having height. Okay, so three dimensional objects means the objects which are having three dimensions. Now friends, what happens that any plane, okay, so here we are discussing about plane. So any plane is a two dimensional object because the plane is only having two things, length and breadth. So remember, I have taught you about the concept of equatorial plane. So equatorial plane is the plane which passes through equator. So this is equator in the diagram. Okay, so equatorial plane is the plane which passes through equator and center of the earth. So remember, I have taught you this in the last class that equatorial plane is the plane which passes through equator and to the center of the earth. For example, in this diagram, this highlighted portion is the equatorial plane. Similarly, what is the plane of prime meridian? So the plane of prime meridian is the plane, okay, listen to my words carefully. Plane of prime meridian is the plane which passes through, first of all, prime meridian. Okay, so the plane of prime meridian is the plane which passes through prime meridian and also the center of the earth. Okay, so it is a plane. Plane means it is a two dimensional object. So it is like a floor, it is like a surface. So it is the plane which passes through prime meridian and it also passes through the center of the earth. So now in this diagram, first of all, we have to identify the plane of prime meridian. So where is prime meridian? So you can see, so friends, you can see that I have highlighted the prime meridian in the black color. Okay, so this black color line, this is prime meridian. Okay, so I have highlighted the prime meridian in the black color. This black color line is the prime meridian. Okay, now where is the center of the earth? So I am highlighting the center in the green color. So this is the center of the earth. Now we have to see, we have to imagine a plane which is passing through this prime meridian. Okay, we have to imagine a plane which is passing through this prime meridian and also the center of the earth. So friends, if you will observe carefully, then you will find that this portion which I am highlighting in the light pink color. Okay, so observe this portion which I am highlighting in light pink color. This portion is the plane of prime meridian. Okay, so this portion actually represents the plane of prime meridian. Okay, so see the portion which I have highlighted in the pink color, light pink color, this portion is the plane of prime meridian. So now you have to close your eyes and you have to imagine a plane. Okay, so this is the plane which is passing through this line prime meridian and through the center of the earth. So plane of prime meridian is the plane which passes through prime meridian as well as through the center of the earth. Now so now we have identified that what is the plane of prime meridian. Okay, so now I think that you all must be clear with the concept of the plane of prime meridian. So now friends, let us come back to our original question. So our original question was that how to measure longitudes. So the answer to this question is very, very simple. So friends, let's suppose that a person is standing here on the surface of earth. So see on the screen, I am highlighting this portion in red color. Okay, and this person is standing here on the surface of the earth. Okay, and he want to know that what is my longitude, because in the earlier class we have taught him that how to measure longitude, so he can easily measure latitudes. Okay, so in the last class we have taught him that how to measure latitudes, so he can measure latitudes. But now for telling the location to his friend, he also need to know the longitude of his place. So how will he measure the longitude? Okay, so let's suppose on this point of the surface of the earth this person is standing. Okay, now this red point is the point on the surface of the earth on which the person is standing, and this green point is the center of the earth. So first of all, what we have to do, we have to draw a line segment. Okay, we have to draw a line segment between the center of the earth and the point on which the person is standing. Okay, so you can see that we have drawn a line segment between the center of the earth and the point on the surface where the person is standing. After that, what we have to do, then we have to, so this is the line segment which is joining the point on the surface of the earth and the center of the earth, and this is the plane of prime meridian. So then what we have to do, then we have to measure the angle between this line, angle between this red line and the plane of prime meridian. Okay, then what we have to do, we have to measure the angle between this red line and the plane of prime meridian. So friends, if you will close your eyes and if you will try to imagine, then you can easily come to this conclusion that the angle between this line and the plane of prime meridian will be 90 degree. So what is this angle? This angle is 90 degree. And if this angle is 90 degree, then the longitude of this place is also 90 degree. Okay, so how to measure the longitude of a place? So first of all, what you have to do, for example, let's suppose if a person is standing here on the surface of the earth. Okay, so you have to draw a line segment between that point on the surface of the earth and the center of the earth. So first step is that you have to draw a line segment. You have to draw a line between that point on the surface of the earth and the center of the earth. Then the second step is that you have to identify that where is the plane of prime meridian. Okay, plane of prime meridian. So we have identified that this pinkish portion is the plane of prime meridian. Then the third step is that you have to measure the angle. You have to measure the angle between that line and the plane of prime meridian. Okay, and then finally the measure of angle. Okay, for example, if the measure of angle is 90 degree, the measure of angle will give us the value of the longitude of that point on the surface of the earth. So if the measure of angle is 90 degree, then the value of longitude of that point on the surface of the earth will be 90 degree. Okay, so we can say that angle between the plane of prime meridian and the line segment drawn between a place on the surface of the earth and the center of the earth will give us the value of longitude of that place. Okay, so now I hope that you all must have understood that how to measure the value of longitude. So once again I am revising it for you. So first of all, you have to draw a line segment between that point on the surface of the earth and the center of the earth. Then you have to identify the plane of prime meridian. After that, you have to measure the angle between the plane of prime meridian and that line segment. Then the measure of this angle will give you the value of that place, will give you the value of longitude at that place. For example, if the measure of angle is 90 degree, then the longitude of that place is also 90 degree. So in this way, you can measure the longitudes. So friends, in this way you can measure the longitude of any point on the surface of the earth. You can measure the longitude of this point, 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 or any point. Okay, so in this way you can measure the longitude of any point on the surface of the earth. Okay, so friends, now I hope that you all are very clear with the concept of the measurement of longitudes. So now I think that you are in the position to learn some higher concepts also. So now let us discuss more deeply about the concept of longitudes. Now friends, let's suppose, okay, so kindly see on the screen, let's suppose if a person is standing on this position, okay, if a person is standing here, then how will he measure his longitude? So definitely you will say that, sir, you have taught us that first of all the person will draw a line segment between this point and between center of the earth, and then he will measure the angle between between the plane of prime meridian and this line segment, and the value of angle will give him the measure of the value of angle will give him the measure of longitude of that place. Okay, so now you have to notice one thing, that this place has having its unique longitude. Okay, so this place is having its unique longitude. So longitude, okay, so for example, remember in the class of latitudes, I have told you that that each point on the surface of the earth, is having its own latitude. Okay, each point on the surface of the earth is having its own latitude. So we measure latitude on a point on the surface of the earth. Okay, so and then remember friends, I have taught you one more thing, that what happens, that the circle, okay, the circle which is connecting all the latitudes of same measurement, okay, so I have told you that we measure latitude at a point on the surface of the earth. Okay, so we measure latitude on a point on the surface of the earth, but what happens, that the circle which connects all the latitudes of same measurement, for example all the latitudes of 50-degree measurement, that circle is known as parallel of latitude. Okay, so I think that you all must have watched the previous class and you all can connect that what I am saying. Okay, so what happens, that the circle which is connecting all the latitudes of same measurement, it is known as the parallels of latitude. Now the same concept is applied on longitudes also. How? So I have told you that if a person is standing on this specific point on the surface of the earth, then this specific point on the surface of the earth is having its unique longitude. Okay, so means longitude is also measured for each point on the surface of the earth. Each point on the surface of the earth is having its longitude. Now friends, let's suppose if a person is now standing here. Okay, after this, if the person is standing here, then the person is standing here, then here, then here, and then here. So what is so what is the latitude of this place, place number 1? What is the latitude of place number 2, place number 3, place number 4, place number 5, place number 6, and place number 7? What is the longitude of all these places? Okay, friends, you can observe a very interesting thing about all these points. Okay, what is that interesting thing? So what happens, that let's suppose this is earth, okay, and this is north pole, and this is south pole. Okay, so I have told you that if that how to draw longitudes, you have to draw a vertical line which starts from north pole and which ends in south pole. So how to draw longitudes? You have to draw a vertical line which is starting at north pole and which ends in south pole. So the longitudes are basically the vertical lines running from north pole to south pole. Now in this diagram you can see a very interesting thing. Okay, you can observe all these black points and you can also observe a red line. I have drawn a red line. So you can see here that there is a red line. Okay, there is a red line which is running from north pole to south pole. Okay, so if you will continue it like this, so it will reach to south pole. So there is a red line which is running from north pole to south pole, and this line is connecting all these black points. Okay, so what is happening, that this red line is running from north pole to south pole, and this red line is connecting all these black points. Now friends, there is a very interesting thing about these black points, that if you will measure, okay, so if you will draw the line segment, between the center of the earth and these black points, okay, and then if you will measure the angle between these line segments and the plane of prime meridian, then you will find a very interesting thing, that the measurement of angle is same for all these black points. Okay, so let's say if the measurement of angle is 30 degree for point number 1, then it is also 30 degree for point number 2, it is 30 degree for point number 3, here also it is 30 degree, here also it is 30 degree, here also it is 30 degree, and here also it is 30 degree. Okay, so what is happening, that if you will measure the angle between the line segment joining the center of the earth and these points individually, okay, and the plane of prime meridian, then the angles will come equal. Okay, so let's say all the angles will come as 30 degree. Now why this happens? So friends, this is a very interesting thing, and as I have explained in the case of latitudes, that what happens, that the circle on the surface of the earth which is connecting all the latitudes of same measurement is known as the parallel of latitude. Similarly, the semicircle, so they are not complete circles because they are starting from north pole and they ends in south pole. Okay, so you can see that they are starting in north pole and they ends in south pole, so they are actually semicircles. Okay, so you can see they are semicircles. So what happens, that the semicircle connecting all the longitudes of same measurement. Listen to my words carefully, what I am saying, that first of all, these are semicircles. They are not circles, they are semicircles. So the semicircle connecting all the longitudes, and what they are doing, they are connecting all the longitudes of same measurement. And the third thing is that they are running from north pole to south pole. Okay, means they are connecting north pole and south pole. These semicircles are known as meridians of longitude. Okay, so what they are called, they are called as meridians of longitude. And friends, this is the reason, okay, and this is the reason why 0 degree, okay, why 0 degree is not called as prime longitude, it is known as prime meridian. Why it is called as prime meridian? Because it is a meridian of longitude, because that semicircle is the collection of all the longitudes of 0 degree measurement. Okay, so are you getting my point, what I am saying? So what happens, that the semicircle connecting all the longitudes of same measurement and running from north pole to south pole. Okay, so you can see that this is a semicircle which is running from north pole to south pole, and it is connecting all the longitudes of same measurement, let's say 30 degree. So this semicircle is known as meridians of longitude, and this is the reason why 0 degree is not known as prime longitude, it is known as prime meridian. Why it is called as prime meridian? Because that semicircle, okay, this semicircle which we call as prime meridian. So here I am highlighting it in black color. So this semicircle which we call as prime meridian is running from north pole to south pole, and it has the collection of all the longitudes whose measurement is 0 degree. That's why it is known as prime meridian. Okay, so what is meridians of longitude? So meridians of longitude are the semicircles running from north pole to south pole and connecting all the longitudes of same measurement. So now you have to remember two important things. The first important thing is that longitude, this point represents longitude. So all these black points, okay, all these black points on the surface of the earth, they represents longitude. The measurement of longitude here is 30 degree, here is 30 degree. Let's say here the measurement of longitude is 10 degree, here the measurement of longitude is, let's say, 20 degree. Okay, so these points are longitude. These points are longitude. And what is meridians of longitude? Meridians of longitude are the semicircles. So this red line and this black line, okay, or this black semicircle and this red semicircle, they are meridians of longitude. So meridians of longitude are basically semicircles running from north pole to south pole and connecting all the longitudes of same measurement. Okay, so as this red line is connecting all the longitudes of 30 degree measurement, so we will call this red line as 30 degree meridian of longitude. Okay, so the measurement, okay, so this is called as 30 degree longitude, this is 30 degree longitude, but this entire red semicircle running from north pole to south pole will be called as 30 degree meridian of longitude. So friends, now I hope that you all must be able to clearly understand the concept. and I am able to make you understand the difference between longitude and meridians of longitude. Because what happens that many a times and many of the UPSC aspirants and even some of the selected candidates remain confused in the concept of longitude and meridians of longitude. They are not even to differentiate between these two concepts. Okay, so these are two different concepts. So you can see that these black points represents longitudes, but the entire red semicircle running from north pole to south pole connecting all the longitudes of same measurement is known as meridians of longitude. Okay, so this is the difference between meridians of longitude and longitude. So friends, now I hope that I am able to make you understand the concept. So friends, that's all for today. I hope that I am able to make you understand all the concepts very easily and very clearly. And if you have enjoyed the class, then please, it's my humble request, like the video, give your valuable comment, subscribe the channel, press the bell icon and select all, and share this channel to all the people you know who are preparing for UPSC, and share this channel wherever it is possible. Now friends, we will meet in next class. Stay indoors, stay healthy, take care of yourself. Thank you.